I'm feeling good about it. It was definitely a tough fight Saturday, but I'm happy to get that experience. I knew Talia was going to be a tough fight. Um, and yeah, I've already watched it back a couple times, things I want to, improve on and stuff. So I'm feeling good about it.
Do you get right back to the drawing board and right back to the video and see what could have done better?
Yeah, I do. I want to, I even like right when I got back to my hotel that night, I wanted to watch it over, but it was a little choppy because like ESPN in Singapore versus like the account I have here. So I couldn't really watch it clearly. So once I got home yesterday, I sat down and watched it. I like watching it over right away. It's just it's a passion for me. So I like watching it and seeing what I can do better for next time.
Anything that she did in there that you didn't expect? Was she better in any way than you expected going in?
Yeah, she was a little different, I guess, than I expected. I think I expected maybe a little bit more aggressive on like her coming to take me down because I know in her fight with Valentina she used a lot of body locks. But she didn't really get as aggressive with her own takedowns, and she was also using some low kicks in the beginning that was kind of throwing off my stance. So definitely a couple things she did a little different, but that's why you can't specialize too much for a fight. You need to just kind of go in there and adjust as it goes.
Puts you in a good spot. You're sitting in a good spot waiting. There's a couple huge fights coming up in the next month in the flyweight division. Let's first start this weekend. What do you expect from Rose making her debut in your division?
Yeah, I think that it's super interesting to see Rose come up to 125. I knew she had talked about it like about a year ago or so, but I didn't know if she was really going to do it because I know she's fought her entire career at 15 and she didn't seem to have too much of a problem making it. But it definitely adds some dimension to the division. I feel like coming in and then fighting Manon right away as her first fight at 125 is going to be pretty rough for her, I think. I mean, she's a great fighter, so you never know, but Manon's a pretty big girl to have your first fight coming up a weight class with. But I guess we'll see how she does this weekend.
I'm going to get back to Rose in a second because she was the youngest women's UFC champ, although you're on your verge of passing that. The title fight, the rematch, Valentina Grasso. First of all, were you surprised how that went in the first fight?
I was there live in person, and Valentina was definitely winning the fight um, leading up to the finish. But you could see it was hard. You could see she definitely looked a little tired, and she was going for those takedowns because Alexa was kind of piecing her up a little bit on the hands when she went lefty. But she was definitely winning until she threw that back kick and then got her back taken and got choked. But I definitely was a little surprised. But Alexa had such a good game plan and she stuck to it and she was very persistent with it. So in that sense, I feel like at this level, every fighter is so good that it just kind of depends on the day and what opportunity comes. Anybody could win.
Are you gonna try to get out there September 16th for the rematch?
Yeah, I haven't looked into that at all yet. I just got home, so but maybe I'll talk to my manager and see what we could do.
And is the plan to see who wins that, and assuming the timing works out, that you would be fighting for the flyweight title next?
That'd be perfect. I feel like I definitely deserve that. This is my sixth win in a row in the flyweight division. Um, and beating the people I beat, I definitely feel like I deserve that title shot next.
I know we've talked in the past that years ago, actually, and you saw flaws that you could beat Valentina. Does part of you want Valentina to get the title back? Or if Grasso was to go and win again, I mean, to have two wins over her, she'd be a formidable opponent as well.
For sure. Yeah, I don't really care who I fight. Whoever has the belt is who I want to fight. I'd love to fight Valentina at some point just because of how long she's been in division and how known she is. I feel like no matter who wins that title fight, I'll end up fighting both girls at some point anyway. So to me, it doesn't really matter who I fight first. It's just getting that title.
I mentioned before, Rose won the strawweight title the first time, 25 years, 4 months. You're only
Mhm.
24 right now. How special would that be to be the youngest women's champion in, the premier organization's history?
Oh, that'd be amazing. I feel like it's something I 1000% can do if I'm given a title shot next. I don't even think it's like a matter of my ability to do it. It's just getting the actual fight. Um, so I feel like I've done everything to prove that I deserve it next, and it's just a matter of getting that and then taking that title so I could be the youngest champ.
Is there a timeline when you would want to fight again, or are you obviously you've got to get healthy and all as well, but you want to see what happens with these other fights coming up in the next couple of weeks too.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what happens with these two fights coming up this weekend and then obviously the following weekend. So that's still a little bit of time. I mean, I'm not really sure when my next fight would be. I need to see how those fights go to kind of see what would be next for me. Um, yeah, so I'm just waiting on that.